You ever notice how you can do everything by the books how up? Work hard, even wear a name tag that screams you belong and still end up being treated like you don't? That's not just a bad dream. That's exactly what happened to me. My name's Terrence Jalen Morris, and I'll tell you straight, I wasn't looking for trouble that night. Just wanted to get home, kick my shoes off, and catch the end of the Lakers game. I clocked out late, legs sore, shirt sticking to my back from that thick Carolina air. I was still in my red CVS polo, name tag front and center, sitting on a bench just past the vending machine, phone buzzing me Lyft driver, Marlon, said 5 minutes out. I texted my roommate, shift over, Lyft almost here, and he fired back, get here quick, playoffs in 15. All I wanted was my couch and a cold drink, but the universe had other plans. Eyes closed for maybe a second. Then I hear, "Hey you, what are you doing here?" I open them. See two white cops, one already looking twitchy, hand near his belt. I kept it calm, told them, just waiting for my ride, I work here, pointed to the store, even showed off my name tag. They wanted ID, so I handed it over, thinking maybe they'd chill. But then comes, we gotta call someone loitering, acting suspicious. You know that weird moment when your brain just blanks? That was me. I mean, what description could possibly fit me in my uniform, sitting where employees always sit? They didn't answer, just, mind standing up for us? I hesitated. Why? I haven't done anything. But they weren't asking. Next thing I know, they're cuffing me right there, out front where anyone could see. My wrist tight, my mind racing. Tiffany, one of the cashiers, stand by the door with a bag in her hand, just frozen. Ma'am, back inside. One officer barks, and she disappears. I'm trying to stay calm, but my heart's pounding. Can we go inside and ask my manager? I say, but it's too late. They're treating me like a criminal, not even listening. Then the doors slide open. Mr. Denton, assistant manager, steps out with a clipboard, stops cold when he sees the cuffs. What the hell's going on? He says. The cop tells him, we're investigating. Denton doesn't move. He works here, closed the store with me. What's suspicious about waiting for a ride? They say, we'll verify everything, sir. Denton's having none of it. No, you verify before putting someone in cuffs. He hasn't done anything. By now, a few customers are filming, others just watching. The Lyft driver pulls in, headlights flash, window rolls down. Terrence, he calls. I lift my cuffed wrists, manage a half smile. Apparently not good. Marlon frowns, tells the cops. He's my pickup, works here. I see him every week. They finally check my info, and after a tense silence, one cop unlocks the cuffs. Not a word of apology. Just, you're free to go. My wrists are burning, and all I can do is grab my bag and thank Denton for having my back. Back in my apartment, my roommate Calvin looks at my beer in hand, game blaring. Bro, what happened? I tell him, cops cuffed me outside CVS, said I was loitering. He shakes his head. That's messed up, man. You had your name tag on. Yep. Uniform. Yep. He's pissed, and I'm just tired in a way that sinks down to your bones. Then Calvin finds a video online. Someone filmed the whole thing. People are pissed in the comments, he says. I watch, hear a woman's southern accent in the background. That boy works there. I've seen him a dozen times. This is wrong. That's me, on the internet, for everyone to see. That night, I post on Instagram just facts, no drama. Worked at CVS 3 years, got cuffed in uniform for sitting outside. No apology, just tired. By morning, the post has blown up hundreds of messages, people from all over, some shocked, some furious, some just saying, I'm not surprised. Corporate sends out a bland email. We take employee safety seriously, but no mention of my name, no real accountability. A woman from California DMs me. What happened to you is wrong. Don't let them shut you up. It stings and soothes at the same time. Mister, Denton messages media are at the store. Call me. I think this is bigger than we thought. He's not wrong. By afternoon, news vans are camped outside CVS, camera crews everywhere. Denton tells me to take paid leave, says, take your time. But how do you settle when your mind won't? I keep thinking about Tiffany, about the Lyft driver, about the woman filming. Mostly, I can't stop replaying the moment when my own words didn't matter. I work here, but nobody cared. Reporters start calling. Jason Alvarez from Charlotte says, people are listening. Would you talk on camera? I stall. My phone blows up with messages old friends, total strangers. Even Tiffany writes, "I'm sorry I froze. You didn't deserve that." Community groups show up Mariah from Rock Hill, mutual aid drops off cards, banana bread, notes from strangers saying they care. That small stuff, it gets to you more than you'd think. Days later, I finally talk to Jason, tell him everything. He listens, says, "You don't sound angry." I tell him, "I am, just not the kind that makes you yell. It's the kind that sits with you." The interview airs, comments flood in, people saying they've lived it, or that now they see it for the first time. Behind the scenes, my world keeps shifting. CVS is now a reference point, not just a workplace. I can't even pick up my bag from the break room. Denon brings it to my place. One night, I get an email, "I see you." It's Anthony Reese, a civil rights attorney from Oakland, says he saw my interview and gets his lived it too, forced down on the sidewalk for looking nervous. We talk for hours about how quick things turn, how you become a face for something you never asked for. He says, "You don't have to figure this out alone. You're helping people just by telling the truth." That sticks with me. There's a town hall, community packed in, people venting stories about being followed in stores, stopped for walking home. They ask if I'll speak, so I stand up. No mic, just my voice. I never thought sitting on a bench would make me explain who I am. Never thought being calm would get me cuffed. But here I am. I'm not trying to play hero. I'm just tired, but I'm not staying silent anymore. The room goes quiet, not awkward, but respectful. Afterward, folks thank me. A kid slips me a note. "You made me feel brave." Later in the parking lot, Officer Hollow is there, looking uncomfortable. "Saw your interview. Didn't expect you to handle things like that," he says. I tell him, maybe I should have been angrier. He looks away, mumbles. Maybe that was all I'd ever get from him. My story spreads. Community college in Alabama asks me to speak, then a high school and nonprofit, each time a little different, but always people lean in when I talk about being seen as a threat just for sitting still. I start journaling again, post online. They cuff me for sitting still, so now I'll speak while moving forward. Teachers use my posts in class. A woman in Baltimore says her students wrote me letters. One day, a young cop in training, Alia Benton, reaches out. "I hear you." I'm going to carry that with me. That, more than any headline, hits different. I'm invited to talk to police recruits, tell them how fast you go from being a person to just a problem when folks make assumptions. Not everyone gets it, but some do. One nervous cadet thanks me afterward. I didn't get it before. I needed to hear it from someone not yelling, just telling it straight. Feels like maybe that bench wasn't wasted after all. CVS quietly updates their after-hours policy. Not much, but something. I never get an apology from those officers, but city council members start asking how to support community forums. I don't want to be a symbol, but I can remind folks, silence isn't guilt, politeness doesn't protect you, and telling the truth matters. The bench itself, just a chunk of concrete nobody noticed until I sat on it and became a headline. I never asked for this. I just want to go home. But life doesn't ask permission, it just hands you a moment, and how you carry it decides what it becomes. That bench became something bigger, a reason to speak when staying quiet would have been easier. And people started listening. Not because my words were fancy, but because too many have been stopped, questioned, dismissed for nothing. The calm didn't save me, my job title didn't shield me, the badge on my chest didn't mean a thing. Now that bench matters not just to me, but to everyone who saw, who filmed, who listened, who learned. Maybe that's the real story. Not just that something unfair happened, but that I chose to talk about it not bitter, just honest. And because I did, others started talking to young men, parents, even a few cops. No, it doesn't fix everything. But change doesn't always come with fireworks. Sometimes it starts on a bench in the heat, with someone too tired to stand and too honest to stay quiet. So, yeah, I still walk by that CVS sometimes. I don't sit there anymore, not out of fear, but because I'm standing somewhere else now. Reminding folks what they assume in 10 seconds can change someone's whole life. We're more than a glance. Uniforms don't tell the story, and truth can sound quiet but still hit hard. Next time you see someone just sitting, waiting, doing nothing wrong, don't jump to conclusions. Sometimes dignity comes down to one person deciding to treat someone else like a human being. If this hit you, made you pause, made you think that let it end here. Share it, talk about it. Ask yourself, how would you want to be treated? Because what happened to me wasn't just about, it's about all of us and the choice between judgment and understanding. So what side are you on?